Hey guys, it's 21 Maxwell here. Welcome to another TW updates video from the WWE series. We're at Hell in a Cell now. This is the second last pay-per-view that is going to have the whole roster there. We'll be splitting into Raw and SmackDown pay-per-views after Survivor Series. Hell in a Cell will move over to the Raw brand, and ECW will kind of flicker in with both getting opportunities on Raw pay-per-views and SmackDown. Maybe SmackDown because obviously it's a 3-hour show, but it's a more it's a smaller division, lesser over athletes, so I feel there's a lot more opportunities on there, and it's really an ever thriving cruiserweight division and tag division that we've got there on SmackDown, so I feel there's definitely opportunities for the ECW guys that we have. So I'm looking forward to this pay-per-view. It is only 2 weeks since the last one in game, so not a lot has changed. A lot of the feuds are pretty similar, but a lot of them will be kind of written off here, they'll be finished here. And then as we head into the 7-week build to Survivor Series, we'll see a lot of fresh matchups, a few guys getting an opportunity that maybe haven't had before. And in that 7-week period, I'm also going to try and do a version of a G1. Unsure how it's going to work though with the storyline base of the WWE, so we may have a lot of interferences just to make sure we don't lose popularity. But again, we'll see what happens. I don't mind if we lose popularity as such, it's going to make us a lot of money, so it may benefit us in the long run. But say we'll kick on, we're in the Carrier Dome, and yeah, just really hoping it's an enjoyable pay-per-view, hopefully a good rating, and hopefully you guys enjoy it. So let's go, it is WWE Hell in a Cell. So 48,991 at the Carrier Dome, that's good. All stressed with 2 Hell in a Cell matches, continuing on the WWE tradition. We may see Hell in a Cell matches at different stages now because I don't want to really properly gimmick the pay-per-view, so even though it's called Hell in a Cell, we might have one Hell in a Cell match at that going forward. Afterwards we might have something like WrestleMania when they're really needed basically. So a couple of pre-show matches because we obviously have a stacked roster, 3 brand remember, so giving others an opportunity. So we start off in a pre-show bout that had some decent wrestling but little heat. We had Paige defeat Erica, or Erin Angel, she's known as, in 8 minutes and 52 by pinfall with the Rampage. Paige makes defense number 3 of the WWE SmackDown Women's Championship. A very good B-74, not bad because Erica's still being pushed, she's just really getting her first opportunity, hence it's on the pre-show. But a good matchup with Paige, Erica 53, Paige 81. Paige is improving Rumble skills, so she's just getting better and better. Negative was just because it was capped, so it was a short matchup, so happy with that. A little bit of inconsistency from Erica, but as I say, it's early days for her, and I feel like once we get her over, they could produce some really good matchups going forward. And after the match, we have a little brawl between Becky Lynch and Paige. Just really wanted an angle to keep the heat going between these two. B plus 85 here, we're really getting both ladies over, and I feel like they're going to be the cornerstone of both women's divisions. Going forward, Becky getting better at her gimmick here, and no negatives. Also, more stress, it's really warm today, as I recall this. So next up, more of our women's division, in a pre-show bout that had subpar wrestling and little heat. We had the team of AJ Lee, Caitlyn, Becky Lynch, Billie Kay and Emma defeat the team of Alicia Fox, Asuka, Charlotte, Sienna Allison and Taya Valkyrie in 5:47 time constraints, when Becky defeated Taya by submission. In terms of in-ring work, of course, Becky's going to be head and shoulders above everyone. Alicia Fox was the weak link, struggling to keep up with everyone. A solid C plus 68, again showing that some of our women are really over. Charlotte has debuted a turncoat gimmick, which was above average. She's going to get back to get a push shortly. Becky looked good. I was thinking of turning her face, but I mean, if you give her a turncoat gimmick, you can't really do that, so I'll probably look to cancel that. Just really indecisive about what I want to do with Charlotte at the moment, because I want to give her a push. There's plans to give Asuka a push, Sienna a push, AJ and Emma as well as keeping Becky Lynch strong and booking Billie Kay to get her noticed. So anyway, Emma with a 64, Billie Kay with a very impressive 60, an 81 for Becky Lynch, 49 for Caitlyn, 54 for AJ Lee, 49 for Taya, 50 for Sienna, 68 for Charlotte, 58 for Asuka. Alicia Fox way down with 38. Asuka improves performance skills. You're going to get a lot of negatives here. Actually, not as many as I thought. Low morale, a few poor momentums, but you can see who's the over women. in the women's division and who has been more of an enhancement talent. Next up, again getting some of our male superstars over. In a poor pre-show bout, we had Rey Mysterio, who's re-signed to SmackDown, Rob Van Dam, who's also on SmackDown, and Raw's The New Days, Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods, taking on Drew Galloway, Primo and Epico, and ECW's Kane in 12:26 when Rey Mysterio defeated Primo with a 619 into a seated senton. Just kind of highlighting, I wanted to do a little matchup where you saw some of the guys you wouldn't normally see who are brought in to kind of put people over on other brands. C62, Xavier Woods' gimmick is getting stale, so is Primo's. Not suited to the gimmick is Kofi and Drew. With Kofi with 72, Xavier with 52, 61 for RVD, 69 for Mysterio, 53 for Kane, 55 for Drew Galloway, Epicos 46, Primo 42. So they've really been enhancement talents, but they're good workers. They just don't really have overness and aren't really at an age that I can push them at. So they're kind of just there to work good matches. So Primo's improving Rumble skills. Kofi with an improvement in technical and performance. Whether they get plans in the future, I'm not sure. I may give Kofi a singles run, maybe Xavier, because he's still only 30, so he's at least got another 6-7 years I can use him. So plenty of time to decide what I do with the members of the New Day. And our final pre-show match starts off with an Enzo and Big Cass promo, solid B81. Big Cass continually not suited to the gimmick, but overall a good promo. And their match was a C+68 because of who they were facing. In a pre-show bout, they had decent wrestling but didn't have much heat, with Enzo and Big Cass defeat the Ascension in 11:20 when Big Cass beat Victor with an East River crossing. Unfortunately, Enzo suffered a strained biceps tendon. That may have been a reason for the match to slack. But a 78 performance from Big Cass, 70 from Enzo, 49 from Victor, and a 42 from Connor. Big Cass improving technical and performance. Negatives are going to be holding back and the Ascension. So we start the show in our music video as always with Pyro before it, a hype video for the show. It's highlighting our two main events, which is the two title matches. Dean Ambrose gets his final chance against Roman Reigns. Well, for the final time, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens go at it within the Hell in a Cell structure. The way that feud's been going, it has to finish in a Hell in a Cell. So A90 and both storylines continue. Announcing job was poor from Corey Graves. It could be worse, it could be David Otunga. And we start off the show, and it is John Cena who's out. He's basically been in a feud, of course, with Luke Harper and Baron Corbin, and tonight he'll face Corbin one-on-one, so he's like, just say these things, just saying like, he's the man that runs the place, you know what I mean? This has been a war with this, not even the Wyatt family, because Bray's not really been involved, but the other members of the Wyatt family, so B plus 86, Cena was the real star in the new age of Wyatt. Storyline continues, got the crowd hotter. One negative is it was short. Like every pay-per-view, even though it's 4 hours, like I did extend this an extra hour, is full with the max because it's so much stuff to put in it. This is why I'm going to split pay-per-views now. Give everyone an opportunity to get their characters over and get storylines over on pay-per-view. Matchup itself was, I'm going to take that. I'm pretty happy with that. And a decent match with John Cena defeat Baron Corbin in 11:44 when Baron Corbin was disqualified when Luke Harper ran in and attacked John Cena. During the matchup, we also had Braun Strowman run in and attack John Cena. So B82, Braun is finally out of development. So it may be a full, around about 18 months, but it's a good stint since I put him in development at the start of the game. Of course, it was April 2016, so that's a long time he's been back in development to put his skills to the max. Fairly okay overness at 48 is Braun Strowman, so hopefully someone can get a good push alongside Baron Corbin and Luke Harper. But Corbin was off his game here. Cena with an 89, Corbin with a 54, so the fact that I get an 82 is great. Well done John Cena, carrying Corbin that kind of matchup. No skill improvements, negatives, inconsistency of both men, declining physical ability, and the capped match. I am also, because of the way it is, although it is only one segment, I'm going to turn him heel because he effectively should not be babyface in this. I don't know why he was a babyface, and as much as it says it's a shock turn, the turn's going to suffer, he's going to lose a lot from this. Braun Strowman, it's going to be a massive build-up, you know what I mean? It's not going to happen overnight, I'm going to take it slowly. Braun Strowman probably won't break out until after Mania. So not too displeased with that. And after the match, John Cena celebrating his victory. Luke Harper, Braun Strowman and Baron Corbin then beat him down. D+83, I think you got a good segment there out of Corbin and Strowman. That hopefully can help them despite them not coming out looking good. Cena came out of it looking excellent. Continues the storyline. This may continue, but we'll probably give Cena partners. We'll see what happens. Next, again, The Miz had kind of been against Jericho for a while, so I decided let's bring Big E, let's bring Jeff Hardy, let's bring Tyler Breeze in, let's give them all an opportunity for the US title. Turned out to be a decent match, where The Miz did win and retain his title, defeating Big E, Jericho, Hardy and Breeze. In 13-12, when Miz defeated Jericho with a skull-crushing finale, and The Miz makes defence number 2 of the US title. Far too early to take it off him. Was maybe limited to B82 because of time constraints. But Big E with the 85, Miz with 83, Jericho 73, Hardy 67 and Tyler Breeze with 68. Two storylines continue, although I say we'll probably freshen things up after this event. And just Jeff Hardy improving technical, there'll be a few negatives as well. As you can see, the match was capped because of the short time limit. But again, you're fitting so much in, this is why I want to go to split pay-per-views as well. And like, so many guys, because I've played so long, and they've wrestled with various veterans and what, like the guys that started the game who struggled with psychology, don't seem to be having that problem anymore, so it's always a positive. Next up, celebration segment with The Miz. He's the champion, he's somehow retained A91, so I said I really wanted to give Miz a strong push going forward, because he'd been jobbed out for so long in this save, and I felt like, let's put faith in The Miz, and he's delivered so far. So good for The Miz there. Usual negative of a limited segment. Next up was a hype promo for Sasha Banks as she talks about her upcoming feud match with Bayley. It's a B-76, continuing their storyline, basically saying Bayley had no chance against her at the last one, what makes her think she's got an opportunity tonight. And again, a C64, Bayley isn't the most over. I feel like I had to protect Sasha Banks in this one, I'm pretty sure. If we go to Road Agent, yep, Sasha had to be kept strong. So Bayley gets the win, but it's count out. C64 is okay, but at the end of the day, I need to build Bayley up a bit more. Both had 68s. Sasha probably could have been a lot better, but I feel like it's time to kind of build Bayley away from the women's division, women's championship, and then give her an opportunity further down the line. Next up, in a bout that had decent wrestling but little heat, Sheamus defeated Zack Sabre Jr. and Will Ospreay and the internet in 12:49 when Sheamus defeated Will Ospreay by pinfall with a brogue kick. Sheamus made defence number 3 of the ECW title. B-72 is good. Plan was to maybe take the title off Sheamus, but he wasn't really up for losing it and he had to be protected, so I thought, you know what, we'll keep it on him. It gives Ospreay and Zack Sabre Jr. a good spotlight on pay-per-view, and we can continue to build him up on the ECW brand. A 66 for Sabre Jr., 60 for Ospreay, and a 68 for Sheamus shows they're in the right direction. Ospreay improving performance skills. Negatives here. All Sheamus. Next up, we have Eva Marie, who is now in the main roster after her little spell in development, and she is the manager of Cesaro. Again, try to break the internet with that kind of pairing. But I felt like, Cesaro's heel adds an extra dimension to him. It can help get Eva Marie over quicker. It would be funny if we could turn someone like Eva Marie into a proper leader of the women's division. So we'll bring her in as a manager, but she is facing folk on Raw as well, just getting little victories here and there. So next up, we've got a bout that had some decent wrestling, but didn't have much heat in our tag team division. And it's the Vaudevillains who are victorious over American Wolves, Gallows and Anderson, and ECW's The Revival. Thought I'd give them a shot on pay-per-view. When Aiden English defeated Scott Dawson by pinfall with the director's cut. The Vaudevillains are your new WWE World Tag Team Champions. Imagine WWE putting this faith in them in real life. Apparently they don't, but I think there's a lot of upside to the Vaudevillains. So I was quite happy to put the titles on them. B80, delighted with that. Dawson's not suited to his gimmick. They've been doing good stuff in ECW, so I think their move to SmackDown is probably happening sooner rather than later. Eddie Edwards was 72, Davey Richards was 79, Carl Anderson 82, Luke Gallows 74, Gotch and English had 68 and 69 respectively, 57 for Dash, 52 for Dawson. But again, they're not as over as everyone else. They don't have the exposure of SmackDown. They don't have the overness of opponent on ECW. They're helping younger talents over there. So I feel like their shot in the main roster, proper, is going to happen soon. Scott Dawson improving technical performance and performance skill increases for Richards and Anderson. And again, it's probably a few negatives there for poor gimmicks and stuff, but overall, B80 I'm pretty happy with. And then we have a little celebration segment with Sami and Gotch and Aiden English, giving them a little bit of the spotlight, and that is a C65. Looking forward to see what I can do with the Vaudevillains. Then we have our Cruiserweight Championship match, which had decent wrestling but didn't have much heat, and Ricochet retaining against Jushin Thunder Liger, Neville, Kenny Omega, Chris Sabin and Tommaso Ciampa in 11:28, when Ricochet defeated Ciampa by pinfall with a standing shooting star press. He makes his 6th defense of the title. I just wanted to put, a proper dream match in here. You're getting all these guys that have so much, stuff about them, the history of Neville in Japan, how good Omega's been in Japan right now. I don't even need to start with Jushin Thunder Liger, we all know about him. So many accolades. Sabin's been very good. Ciampa is only going to get better and better. Same with Ricochet, only going to get better and better. So delighted with how that went. Ricochet with 67, 57 for Liger, 64 for Neville, 58 for Omega, 68 for Sabin, and a 54 for Tommaso Ciampa. No skill improvements, which is disappointing. Hopefully it improves the overness of the championship, and there's going to be a few negatives in there, as expected. Just to report as well, Jushin Thunder Liger is on a paper appearance deal, so it's kind of just little bits here and there that I'll bring him in for, rather than putting him in an actual program, which we don't really have in the Cruiserweight division. Kind of keeping it like WCW's back in the day, where there's no real storyline, it's just putting on good matches, or getting people over. Next up, we decided for a 6-man tag again, putting a couple of feuds together. In a decent match with Seth Rollins and American Alpha, and a chance to try and boost them up a little bit. Defeating Bobby Roode and the Usos in 13:22. When Seth Rollins defeated Jey Uso with a Phoenix Splash. Usos are going to start to get a push after this, because both Usos are fully fit and away from injury. D-76 could have been a bit better, but I say it's all about getting the American Alpha over here. As I say, there's so many stacked matches on here that Rollins didn't really need a massive marquee match. But Chad Gable getting better at his gimmick. Seth Rollins stood out as being good, head and shoulders above everyone else. And that's pretty noticeable when you see Gable 61, Jordan 62, Seth Rollins 95, Jimmy Uso 56 and Jey Uso 62. Roode with a very good 86, but he's going to drop a little bit. Plans for him to be in the Trios division. And continues the storyline, which is probably going to end there. It was kind of one-sided, and just decided there was no point in dropping Seth to Bobby Roode. I'll keep Seth up there, and Bobby Roode will be a wee bit lower down in the card. But Bobby Roode improving performance skills nonetheless. It's probably more a case of the fact that Bobby Roode's 40, so I felt like, we've got enough 40-year-old guys in the main roster on the main card. Gonna keep a wee bit lower, help them develop the younger talents. Overall, pretty good, capped for short match length, and a few negatives for morale and inconsistencies. Next up, we had our IC title again, putting a couple of feuds together for time constriction rates, or whatever, for time constrictions anyway. Basically, you think I felt the full 4 hours, and this is me putting so many feuds together. So again, it's just highlighting my point of why I want to go to pay-per-view every 2 weeks effectively, just to give people the spotlight, get more people over. Helps us as a company, gets us more star power, allows us to build new stars, allows us to make more money. So that's the whole purpose of it. And then I can get my network, and then we can just have every wrestling show in the world. Ideally, if I can get to the top level of popularity, I'm looking to do like 4 or 5 shows a week, like just to try and get as much good wrestling in as so many surprise guys over in the WWE. But anyway, in a good match that had good wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd, Apollo Crews defeats Darren Young, AJ Styles and Togi Makabe in 16:18 when Apollo Crews defeated Darren Young by pinfall with a standing shooting star press. So the same way as Ricochet defended his title, it's a 10th Intercontinental defence for Apollo Crews, so good on him. B80's okay, Kurt Angle did some good work at ringside because he's obviously the manager of Darren Young as well. He's making Darren Young great again. Maccabee was slowed by his injury, but he's getting better. His gimmick. But again, folk like Apollo Crews learning off of him can only get them better and better. Apollo Crews won 89, a 73 for Darren Young, 84 AJ Styles, 81 for Togi Maccabee, with 2 storylines advancing that'll probably end. Maccabee improving flying and performance skills, but we'll probably get some new feuds going there in the IC division. Next up, Bray Wyatt cuts a promo hyping up his match with CM Punk. This is going to be the end of their feud. They have fought 3 times already, so this one may suffer badly, which is why it's a wee bit further down the card. But they're in a Hell in a Cell match. It's the best way to finish the feud. Praying it delivers. I don't think it will. I think we're going to suffer with this one. But Bray Wyatt looked good. Continues the storyline. A B+ 88. So you've been warned if this flops massively. And it didn't, so I'm quite happy with that. In a superb wrestling match, Bray Wyatt defeated CM Punk in a steel cell match in 1903 by pinfall with a standing senton splash. I like them like these kind of moves, following interference from Braun Strowman. So Strowman has shown his alliance not just to Harper and Corbin, but also Bray Wyatt, and he helps him defeat CM Punk. I say I really wanted to get behind Bray Wyatt. It's time, he's served a lot of enhancement purposes in my first year. I feel like 2017 is the year of Wyatt. Maybe even 2018 will be even better, with probable championship gold at one point. But B+ 85, Bray Wyatt was tiring towards the end, but it's 88 for CM Punk and 91 for Bray Wyatt. This storyline will now be finished. CM Punk's improving performance skills, and that was capped, so it could have been a little bit better. Next up, we've got a hype video for Randy Orton versus Rusev versus Finn Balor and Nakamura. B+ 83, again putting 2 storylines together, but this is going to be for the #1 contendership for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Yep, that's the one that's on SmackDown. So again, just kind of highlighting, that needing more space, so a lot of folk are getting put together, but at least this one has a proper purpose behind it. Match does okay. In a superb match, Rusev defeats Randy Orton, Finn Balor and Shinsky Nakamura in 1903 when Rusev defeats Shinsky with a bullplex. Rusev was a weak link, strong to keep up with everyone else's performance, but him getting a victory here propels him, gets him a little bit over, and it gives him a championship match going forward. Whether it's going to be on SmackDown or it's going to be at Survivor Series, yet to decide. A B+ 85, Orton win 90, Rusev with 79, Balor with 94 and Nakamura with 91 is all good. 2 storylines continue and probably end there. Nakamura improving performance skills, and you've got a few negatives there. Inconsistencies and low morals, but Rusev, let's go. It's your time now, brother. Next up, Kevin Owens cutting a promo for his match with Sami Zayn. Obviously, we all know the story behind him and Sami. They fought forever. Kevin Owens wins the World Championship because of Brock Lesnar attacking Nakamura. Shortly afterwards, Sami Zayn cashes in his Money in the Bank on Kevin Owens, and they've fought ever since. So it all ends tonight. Hell in a Cell, A89. How will they do within the Hell in a Cell structure? Let's find out. B+ 87, so not as good as the last one, but about the head superb wrestling and great heat. Sami Zayn defeated Kevin Owens in a steel cell match in 23-11 by pinfall with the Brainbuster apparently. Sami Zayn makes defense number 3 of his WWE World Heavyweight title. B+ 87, it's still good, it's still a main event worthy score. Kevin Owens took a stunt bump during the match, which was quite cool. You didn't feel a crazy bump was necessary. But 93 performances to both guys, and the SmackDown Fight Forever storyline advances but finishes at this event. So a good match up there, 2 negatives there, but overall I'm happy with that. Good performance from Zayn and Owens. Which leads us to our main event. First off, Dean Ambrose cuts a promo hyping up the match between him and Roman Reigns, his last chance against his former Shield brother. Results in an A93 ranking. The hype video gets an A91, so these are better ratings than we're usually getting during this pay-per-view main event. The last one didn't get quite high, so I'm hoping this time. And the matchup, how does it go? How does it rate? Can it get into the 90s? They deliver this time, yes. And about the head sensational wrestling and fantastic heat, Roman Reigns does defeat Dean Ambrose again, in 22-18 by pinfall, following interference from Triple H. Roman Reigns makes defense number 4 of the WWE Championship title. So fantastic from these guys. A96, not quite as good as Rollins versus Reigns, but still good nonetheless. 96 from Ambrose, and 97 from Reigns, and the WWE Championship storyline advances, although that'll be the last time these two collide for a bit. No skill improvements to speak of. Just overall delighted with that. And we finished the show, basically Triple H, it says he's turning heel, but really Triple H aligned himself again with Roman Reigns. Triple H has been off television for ages, so I just felt, you know what, we'll align Triple H with Roman Reigns, we'll keep Triple H very popular. He'll be our Vince McMahon going forward. I did intend to use it being Shane and Summer Rae on SmackDown. Failed experiment, so we'll go with somebody that's over, we'll maintain him over, we can still use Triple H in matches until he gives it up. So B+88, Reigns was the star of the segment, and he is now the corporate champ. In the show, A92, popularity increased in 40 regions, so overall, absolutely delighted with that. I think two guys deserve praise. Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns, so both complimented on a good performance. Pleased and pleased. So overall, delighted with that. Good rating. It's the kind of scores I'm looking for. As much as I'd love to get like 100s and all that, I think that'll come down the line. So anything here? Drew Galloway is on the rise. So that's someone we probably should put faith in. He is still 32, so a lot of time ahead of him. Enzo is going to work through his second injury, so we'll see how long he has to work through that. NXT another wild at the weekend with women there. Spud's going to re-sign with TNA, so nothing overly major. Fantastic reviews though for the pay-per-view. Kurt Angle has failed his wellness policy again. Kurt, the whole locker room has turned against you. As I've tweeted out a few times, this would have been a couple of months ago now, maybe even a month ago. Fell out with CM Punk. CM Punk created a clique against Kurt Angle, which has saw pretty much the whole of the Raw roster, pretty much apart from John Cena, turn Kurt Angle against him. He doesn't really have any friends on the roster. So, Kurt, I'm afraid I've got some bad news. Kurt is gone, Kurt is unhappy, Chad Patton is pleased, John Cone is pleased, Jay, Kofi. So if I wanted to improve morale, I think it was the right idea. You've seen here so many guys here: Xavier Woods, Baron Corbin, Carmella, Manny Andrade, Austin Aries, Kurt Hawkins, Brian Cage, Ishii, Jeff, Punk. Everybody is delighted that he is gone, so that's cool. Bye bye Kurt Angle. We're waiting to bring Brie in again as a development trainer, and Bobby Fish will get an extra 1-year deal on SmackDown. And Kyle O'Reilly, Red Dragon, they'll just give themselves an extra tag team there. Ishii's contract is expiring. Probably keep him in for another year. He has mostly jobbed, but he was an experienced pro, and I might have something for him down the line. There's a few guys I'm looking to bring in from Japan. Lesser known guys that just get really over in this save because of how Japan works, so I might see them here. Because the New Japan obviously have signed deals with the US as well, so their popularity is soared in the US as well, so they could be like global stars for us in the line. Enzo will check. Alicia Fox is unhappy. Pay-per-view is 3.79, so still not massive, but still going to make big money from them. Cena says Xavier Woods talks well. Kane says he likes Aiden English. Dean Ambrose is a big fan, hates Dash Wilder. And CM Punk doesn't like Eddie Edwards. So I'll keep all them there so I can read them again later. So I remember to put Ishii on a new deal. But as I say, up to 157 million in the bank. Like, we made 11 million pay-per-view revenue there. As much as that was only 3.79, it's still like up there. But obviously December's going to be the highest because it had 2 pay-per-views. But this could like completely knock it out of the park if I'm doing this G1. You know, we could end up making 50, 60 million here if I schedule it correctly. I'm thinking at the moment it's going to be Wednesday, Thursday, either Wednesday, Thursday or Thursday, Friday. Pay-per-view on the Sunday every second week, and we'll try and work that through all the way to Survivor Series. So the last thing I'll add is the size, and as I say, we're not quite anywhere near getting to global, but once we do, in fact, are we close? 1, 2, 3, 3 are over, 3 are exactly 77, so we would need to improve the 276 here and the 75 somewhere else. So there's definitely a chance of global, but no rush to get there. Just making sure we get everywhere across the world over. We can start getting over in England. We seem to be really struggling in central England. So maybe look to do like a British special or something just to try and get the UK up, because they seem to be slowly lagging behind because of the time with that mucked up deal. So apart from that, things are all going well. I'm enjoying the company. I'm just wanting to get ready to try new things here, and this is the definite period to do so. As I said, the schedule going forward. This was week 1, November of week 4, so plenty of time to book the G1 between that. I'll need to add all those events in. Survivor Series, as I say, will be the last one, and then it's Armageddon. The week after will be TLC, so like booking purposes, I still know I'm near the end of a feud, and then it doesn't mess up too much when you bring in the likes of the Rumble. 2 pay-per-views in February, Mania, 2 in April, May, June has Money in the Bank, and then every so often there'll be pay-per-views. The biggest run where it's solo pay-per-views will be SummerSlam, Night of Champions, and that's really just because really Night of Champions, every title on the line. It just makes sense. But apart from that, we're having fun. Quite a few morale issues, but hopefully we can pick it up a little bit. This guys, it's just obviously because it's such a big roster. Ron, you're only unhappy because that. Oh crap! No, give the whole roster that. Just give Braun Strowman a grand. He's happy. Good pro. But say financially fine, 157 million. Keep going with that. I think the G1 will probably give us enough to start the network. Might look even start the network earlier than anticipated. But say if it may bother on much longer, because it's been a long enough video so far, we'll maybe look to get some videos of the G1 up. Maybe like do 2 days in one video. Do that over a spell of time as well. Maybe bring in little videos involving what's happening in developmental, looking at the roster, looking at each brand, and seeing how certain superstars are over. But I say thanks for watching, guys. It's deeply appreciated. Any thoughts on the event? Let me know what you thought. Any thoughts on just TW in general? How's your sales going on? Let me know. As always, any comments, likes, and subscriptions are deeply appreciated. Until next time, I will see you hopefully for a G1 video, which will be, I think, going to call it WWE World Grand Prix. Till then, I'll see you later. Bye bye.